Yes, at IIT Madras, the Chief of Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi, has said that if you ask a Pakistani whether you lost or won, he would say, my chief has become a field marshal. We must have won. So he has taken a dig at Pakistan. Listen in.
And Operation Sindoor, what we did, we played chess. Now, what does it mean? It means we did not know what is the next move the enemy is going to take and what are we going to do. This is something we called about the grey zone. Grey zone is that we are not going for the conventional operations, but we are doing something which is just short of the conventional operations. Conventional operations means go with everything, Clausewitzian approach. Take whatever you have. And if you are able to come back, it's okay, otherwise stay there. But that is the thing which we talk about the conventional approach. Here the grey zone is any activity which is taking place in all domains. That is something which we are talking about, and Operation Sindoor taught us that this is the grey zone. So we were making the chess moves. He was also making the chess moves. Somewhere we were giving him checkmate, and somewhere we were kind of going in for the kill at the risk of even losing our own, but that's the way life is all about. 22nd April, you're aware what happened in Pahalgam, and it actually shocked the nation. 23rd is the time when next day itself, we all sat down. And this is the first time which RM has also said, I think enough is enough. And all the three chiefs were very clear, something has to be done. And the free hand was given, of course, that you decide what is to be done. And that is the kind of a confidence with the political directions and political clarity for the first time we saw. And that's what made a difference, because we want to do a lot, but that kind of hand holding and kind of free, no terms of restrictions, if I can say that. And that is what kind of raises up your morale. And that is how it helped our army commanders or commander-in-chiefs on ground to kind of act as per their wisdom. Of course, then 25th, we visited the Northern Command, as you're aware, that is the place where we thought, planned, conceptualized, and executed the 7 targets out of the 9 which were destroyed, and where a lot of terrorists were killed. 29th April, of course, was the time when we met the Prime Minister for the first time, and thereafter, next day, of course, why I'm telling you this, because it's important that how a small name, Operation Sindoor, connects the whole nation. And I was telling director also that when he briefed me on this, he said, okay, we'll have this name Operation Sindoor. And I thought it is Operation Sindhu. Sindhu is basically Indus River. So I said, excellent, sir, Indus Water Treaty has just been frozen by you. He said, no, it is Operation Sindoor. And just see, this one name has connected the whole nation together. And today people are saying Sindoor to Sindhu, everything we have taken care of. But that is something which galvanized the whole nation as such. And the soldiers per se, because when I went on ground and I told them that, look, any sister, mother, daughter, whenever she applies the vermilion or the Sindoor, she will always remember the soldier. And I think that was the connect. And I think that was the connect which they brought the whole nation together for one cause. And that is the reason I think the whole nation was saying, why have you stopped? I think that's the question which was being asked. But of course, that has been amply answered by.
My colleague Rishabh continues to stay live with us, and Rishabh, first we heard from the Indian Air Force, now the Chief of Army Staff as well, divulging details of Operation Sindoor and talking about how it united the nation while also giving out a message to the world.
See, well, India did wait for quite some time, and then when they realized that Pakistan is not ready to even understand after all the losses that it has incurred during the 72 hours or 96 hours of Operation Sindoor, but Indian forces spread out the teams, and this is what that Indian forces did. We have seen this in Kargil as well. Initially, India did only focus on the operations, did not speak out in public, and then when India started speaking out in public, Pakistan was left to fend for itself, even its all-weather ally United States, and then President Bill Clinton decided to take a step back. Now when India has started spinning out all the beams. It will be interesting to see where Asim Munir goes. All the claims that Pakistan has made that they have done this and they have done that in during Operation Sindoor, or what they call their Operation Buck, is something which is very, very interesting. Now that Indian Air Force has spilled out the beam, even now that Indian Army has started spilling out the beam, it will be very interesting to hear more stories, more anecdotes from Operation Sindoor. There are a lot. The secrecy was maintained. Can you imagine? The Chief of Army Staff did not even use his car to reach the office. He came in actually in a rented car, and which was a public car. And for that matter, Air Marshal A.P. Singh also came in his own SO's car. So that is how things were. No one knew exactly how things will unfold, and
Yes.
this is what Army Air Force Chief was also pointing out, that no one knew what the next move would
Yes.
be. It was just short of conventional warfare. But the way India carried out the operation is something that is now coming out, and the more details come out,
Yes.
the more Pakistan will be unmasked.
Absolutely. Rishabh, thank you for joining us with those details. These are details that the entire nation had been waiting for and being divulged by the forces. With that,